You are watching Midnight Movie Talk live from Los Angeles. I told you that when we saw the Super Mario Brothers movie, we would do a stream live, a reaction, not a review. As this stream gets underway tonight, I need you to bear in mind, to keep top of mind, that this is in no way, shape, or form a review of the Super Mario Brothers movie. This is simply a reaction to the film. And let's bring it in straight out of the theater. I've got too much energy for what I just watched. Let's bring it up full screen. Here's a question for you guys. Are you 8 years old? Take a moment. Now, if you answered no to that, the over-under on laughs you'll have watching Super Mario movie is roughly 0.5. This has none of the brilliance of the Lego movie. That was my fear. We talked about it last night. Again, real quickly, just so everyone knows, this is not a review. But my fear that I laid out for you on last night's Midnight Movie Talk was that I hoped this film would be half as smart, half as ingenious as the Lego movie. This has none of that Lord and Miller brilliance. 0%. This is a film that is strictly for tiny tots. This is going to be the biggest disappointment that you have ever encountered if you were looking forward to this as a game that you grew up playing. I told you guys I had the first Nintendo Entertainment System, the one with Rob the Robot, right? He looked at the screen, and when you push something, I don't remember the game much, but he grabbed something and stuck it on something else, and then a bridge would go up or whatever. And Duck Hunt. I've been around forever with Nintendo. But if you played Mario Kart, you played all the games, you're like, this is the movie I've been waiting for. Oh my God. You're going to be so distraught coming out of this movie. Is it too late to scrap this film and get Lord and Miller to rewrite it and reshoot it? Is it too late? Please. Not a review. This is simply a reaction. And I know it sounds like I'm excited telling you this, but I never want to dislike a film. I have never once walked into a movie and said, I want this film to fail. I want to absolutely hate what I just watched. But the truth is the truth. And when you see the Super Mario movie, you will have the same reaction that I'm having here tonight. It is as disappointing as you could ever imagine. There is not a review. This has a 0 laugh factor to it. 0. Not even Jack Black as Bowser. For some odd reason, and Gore was sitting next to me. I know he's in the chat tonight. Gore, this is not a review, so we're talking about Gore and I and the experience of watching the film. The critics that were there were laughing. And it's not funny, guys. Objectively not funny. I'm going to go off on critics another time, but I'm just going to state this for the 1 millionth time here on Midnight Movie Talk. The vast majority of film critics, can I just be open and honest with you, suck at their jobs. I mean, they are terrible. If this was American Idol, they would all get booted from the show the second they open their mouth. That's how bad they are. Truth is truth. They're laughing at jokes that aren't funny. This is, the thing is listen, when you try to make something even half as decent as the Lego movie, or anything that Lord and Miller have touched, what do they bring to the table? They bring to the table brilliance. comedic minds that are unique, that are special, that operate when they make a film, right? Go back and watch the Lego Movie. Operating on multiple levels, right? You've got the base humor for the little kids, but also the social commentary. And then, of course, we've all seen the Lego Movie, right? The reveal. This is all genius. This film, Super Mario, the writer of this film, this is not a review. I'm leaving it up the whole time because it's not. The writer of this film should never work again. How much more brutalizing can I be than to say, I can't believe that they said, let's make this film. I can't believe Universal and Illumination thought this script was the one to bring to you, the hardcore Nintendo fans. You are going to be wrecked leaving the theater. It's sad. It's so incredibly disappointing to see a film that delivers nothing that makes you excited to be in the theater. We want to love these things. We want to go to a film and be entertained, to laugh, to get away from the world. The only thing positive I can say about this film is that it's under 90 minutes long. That is it. That is the only positive thing that I have for you guys here tonight. I know that this isn't the news you wanted to hear. You didn't want to have me come on here and tell you that this film is not great. And that's being so generous by saying that. Like, that is the most generous thing that I've ever said, that it's not great. Let's go to the comments. We're going to make this a really tight stream because it isn't, listen, Universal's already going to be like, this is kind of a review, but listen, Universal, I want to make one thing clear, is that I love you guys. I think Universal and Warner Brothers are the two strongest studios in this town. They deliver 75% of the time. You're going to see a very strong film from either of those studios. And I get excited when I see the opening logo, right? When we get the Warner Brothers, the Universal, I go, okay, we're in for something good. And then here comes this film. So Universal, I look forward to Oppenheimer, even Fast 10. But this film, I'm telling you, everybody within the sound of my voice, you will leave the theater a level of disappointment that you have not encountered in a very, very long time. Because these are beloved characters that you grew up playing, and you're like, it's here on a platter. Let's make a great movie. And then you watch it and you go, what the hell? It's not a review, Paulie. It's not a review. Not a review. Gore agrees with me. I mean, it's not a review, Gore. Right? We know that. So let's just stop that. This is just discussion, philosophical discussions about the film. Not a review. Not a review. It's amazing how everyone now is Wayne's World and iCarly Online. I don't know what that is. You guys, the chat's already out of control. Someone asked me a question about this. Yes, it is Crystal Palace tonight. Which, by the way, is like perfect for Mario, right? We got the red, we got the blue, and we got the yellow. This is kind of how it goes every time. It's a very colorful film. The film has no problem with animation. I would even argue the voices aren't an issue major. I mean, Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong. Gore didn't like it at all. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. Chris Pratt, listen, here's Chris Pratt had to sit here and say to himself, I was the voice of Emmett in Lego Movie. And now I'm the voice of Mario. And just if you were to if we strapped Chris Pratt into a chair and tied him up to the lie detector machine, it said, when you were making Mario, did you know that this film was not going to be anywhere near as even good? Didn't get to good as the Lego Movie. Oh, hell yeah, I knew that. But I was collecting a paycheck. Like, because for him, he's working with Lord and Miller dialogue, and then here you're working with what? Who wrote this? This isn't even. Who thought this was good? God, so disappointed tonight. I hate being disappointed. I don't. Yep. This isn't a review, but the review embargo date makes a lot of sense right now, doesn't it? Here's the question. This is honestly, you can't, penalize me for reviewing, because here's what I'm going to tell you is, if I were to say, hey, we're going to make a Super Mario movie. We've got this enormous Nintendo world that we can work with, and we can do all these fantastical things with this. And then you see what they did with it, and you, what are we doing, man? What's going on? This reinforces the notion that I've been having go through my mind like every single day. I should become a writer, because I know that I could write something better than the Super Mario Brothers movie. Anything that you come up with would be more clever, more interesting. Certainly any joke that you could come up with that would rise above an 8-year-old level will be deeper and funnier than anything in this film. Yeah, I got a new thumbnail. Gore was like, get some thumbnails, man. Your thumbnails are just pictures. Have a picture of you and what the video is about. So I said, fine, I'll do it. It's not a review. Stop. It's not a review. You guys, I will ban each and every one of you. We're going to go tight tonight. So come in, super chat me. If you want to get in here, here's a great question. I asked Nico to bring this to me because he sent it to me on Twitter. So thank you, Nico, for being here and doing this. Do you prefer the Lego Movie or the Lego Batman movie? They're both good, but Lego Movie is really untouchable when you were to rank the Lego movies. I will say this, that is, a little off the question, but close enough. Ninjago is funny. Ninjago is better than Mario. All three of these movies are better. All the Lego movies are better than Mario, but even Ninjago for sure. But Batman's funny, very funny. And the Lego movie's genius. And then even Ninjago I laughed a lot at. I think there's some smart stuff in that film. So yeah, those are all much better films than this. But I think that the real issue that I have here tonight is, and it comes back to these situations, and I think about films that I've seen over the past, how many years. And you think about a film that is the opportunity for the filmmaker to bring a character that you love or you're very familiar with to life. And this is your one shot, right? So I go back and I think about a film like Harriet, okay? I don't know if you guys ever saw Harriet, but it was a few years ago. Cynthia Erivo was in it. She's fantastic. The film is so mediocre. And here's the problem. You get one shot to make a Harriet Tubman movie, and then you get Harriet. And tonight, you have an opportunity to make this amazing Mario movie from decades of Nintendo gold. And you have this. And you go, what a shame. Because you don't get a second chance at this. You pumped hundreds of millions. This film had to cost a fortune. The animation is a lot of cash, right? It pays, you had to pay these people a ton to make this stuff. Animation's not cheap. It's not like they're going to make another Mario movie next year. I mean, I don't know if there will be a sequel. Because the word of mouth on this is going to be so bad that the film is going to fall off so fast. And this is why I'm so distraught over this, is because I can picture people going tomorrow night to see this film at midnight with their Nintendo gear on, some of them dressed like Mario or Luigi, the princess, whoever, dressed like a mushroom. And then they go watch the film and they go, oh my God, what? This is the biggest disappointment of my life. If you're a fanboy of Nintendo, this will be a gutting. You are going to walk out and go, my God, I have not felt this down about where my expectation was and what I got in since name a film that had the expectations that people had about a character like a Mario. I'm not talking about Marvel. We do that too much. Let's talk just about a character that we all knew and loved. And here's the movie. And you're like, man, the Clifford movie. Did you guys see the Clifford movie? The Clifford movie's better than this. It's way better. The Clifford the Big Red Dog film is 10 times the film that Mario is. I mean, what's up with that? How is that even possible? Sonic, even though Sonic 2 is not good, it's still better than this film. Do you need to take mushrooms to enjoy the movie? It's not going to help. It's not going to help, guys. There's nothing here. There's nothing that is even remotely funny or clever or smart, however you want to put it. Erick Davis said it was the best movie. He did. Listen, here, this is a great night because it exposes shills in we put a spotlight, the brightest spotlight that you could imagine on Erick Davis and shills right now. Anyone who came out of this first screening of Mario and pointed, like we always talk about, if the movie's not good, what do you talk about? You just make general platitudes. Oh, the movie's fun. It reminded me of playing the video game. Let's pull up his tweet. I got to do it. I have to do it because this is where your career is over. Erick Davis, listen, let me tell you, buddy, your career is over because you had positive things to say about a film that has nothing positive to say about it, other than it is a movie about Mario and Luigi, and it is called the Super Mario Brothers movie. Let me find his tweet. I got to dig it up. Give me a second. We'll find it. And then I'm going to go, oh my God. I'm going to read it, and I'm going to react to it. And I'm going to say, what the hell are we doing? Here it is. Woohoo! Super Mario Brothers movie is the ultimate love letter to every era of Mario. Love the humor, especially Jack Black's Bowser. I felt the same way watching the movie as I do playing the games. It's just joyful. Also, stay for the credits. That says nothing. Do you read that? You guys read it again. I'm not reading it again. That says nothing. That is how you construct a bullshit tweet about a movie. Excellent work by you, Shill Davis. But here's the problem. When you watch it, you're going to go back. Please do me a favor, everybody. When you watch the movie, please go reply to this. I can't. He blocked me. God bless. I don't have to read this shit. Someone sent it to me. Because you can't say these things and then watch the movie. Gore, chime in here. Is any of this accurate? Gore, because you're here. By the way, this is not a review. We didn't talk about anything in the movie. A review has to listen, let's make it clear. A review has to be about the plot. Did I mention anything about the plot tonight? Not a single thing have I mentioned about Super Mario. And did I even mention if Luigi's in it? It's not a review, man. It's just not. Don't tell me it is. He might have been referring to the 1993 movie. A better film. Most reviews are like this now. Look at every Marvel movie. Hey, listen, watch it, guys. I liked Ant-Man 3. But, listen, Ant-Man 3 is way better than this film. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. No, what is this? Would 1990s... No, I would not like this. Even like 7-year-old Erick would not think this was good. You have to be a tiny kid to get any joy out of this because none of it's funny, none of it's interesting, and none of it is clever. None of it plays on multiple levels. None of it. How is that possible? How do you make a movie about Mario and you don't have a single funny joke? Jack Black playing the piano, singing a song about the princess that's not even funny is not funny. When you see that, oh shit, I just talked about the movie. Forget it. That didn't happen. The Lego Movie 2 is not good. That's a great call. Or else I completely forgot there was a Lego Movie 2. Great point. The drop off from Lego Movie 1 to Lego Movie 2. But even with the Lego Movie 2 not being, it's a pale comparison. No, it's a chasm between 1 and 2. It's still Lego Movie 2 is better than Super Mario Brothers movie. Lego Movie 2 alone for, what's the song? That song's good. I haven't heard it forever. What catchy song. The catchy song's great. Which one are you clipping? I don't know which one. For God's sake. Clip whatever you want. I don't care. But seriously, I could go on and on about what's his name. I don't even talk about him ever again. He's just, there's no point to have him exist in this space. That's being kind, right, Rachel? Not a review. This is Rachel reviews, but she's not reviewing here. She's just saying she was under. That's being kind. You're being extremely kind. Is it worse than Babylon and the Whale? It has one thing going for it that those two films do not. It's short. But I hate those two films. I don't hate Mario Brothers. I think it's a bad film, and it has nothing that you're going to laugh at or think's interesting. But the biggest crime of this film, and probably more so than either Babylon or The Whale, is that the expectation and the crowds that are going to come see the film are hyped. They are ready. I can't wait to see Marge. Oh my God, that is what is disturbing to me, is having to think about all the people coming out of the theater going, this was as disappointing as I could ever imagine this going. I mean, what do you say at that point? By the way, we're going 30 minutes. You have 8 minutes to get in, super chat, and we're out. It's a 30-minute show tonight. It's a tight stream, and we're only talking about Mario, even though it's not a review. It's not even, no, JL, it's not official. It is not a review. Gore, close your stinking mouth. It's not. It's not. A review is talking about, stop, guys. It's not a freaking review. The video game movie curse continues. What are some other ones? Doom. What are other video game movies that were terrible? They go into your mind and they exit so fast. So please come up with other ones. We'll compare them. But yes, generally, video games do not transfer to film unless you have someone who is writing it that is very talented. There's too many people in Hollywood that are marginally talented. Imagine writers in Hollywood being like Grace Randolph. Right? Marginally talented, but yet successful. That is what we have a problem with in Hollywood. Too many Grace Randolph writers. Oh my God, that was just brutalizing. Dude, that was nasty. Brett Lee. Listen, Brett, if you think this is a terrible football shirt, then it's perfect for tonight because it matches the movie. But the colors of Crystal Palace match the film. That's why we're wearing it. Chandler, I don't have anything. Listen. We have 5 minutes to get your comments in, and we're cutting this thing off at 30. I don't have anything against Grace Randolph. I don't think she is exceptional. Let's put it this way. I would not watch Grace Randolph. When I watch Grace Randolph, I see somebody that is not exceptional. And I'm sorry. Listen, what I do on this channel is say what I believe. Granted, it's not going to work for everybody. I understand that. But at least you know when I come here, I'm not going to sit there and go, well, Grace seems like a nice lady. Nope. I don't see it. And when I watch Chris Stuckman, I don't see it either. They might be nice people. I'm just telling you that I'm not going to come on here and say, oh my God, I don't see it, right? I don't understand it. I don't understand what's going on here. Johnny, welcome to the channel. Thanks for the super chat. See 1001. I'm going to see it tomorrow. Thank you so much. That's what I need. I need to have my faith in cinema restored by watching a film that is truly a great film. And coupling this, which I am going to see 1001 because I have put it off. I'm going to see it before it leaves theaters. It's only going to be there for like a few more days. Here's what you need to take away from tonight's stream, if anything, is that there are other films that I would recommend you see way before Super Mario. If you're someone that's on the fence, right? Even if you're someone that really wants to see this film, I'm just warning you, just be ready. Take whatever your expectations were and lower them to the lowest possible level that you can. And then you might enjoy your time. But with Air coming out the exact same, day later, it comes out Thursday, right? This comes out Wednesday. Take advantage of spring break for most of the kids. Go see Air. Air is 1,000,000 times more entertaining than Super Mario. This is not a review, but that's not a review. Okay. Brian, 60, it's not 69. Wait, was it 69? 65. Good Lord, Brian, I almost thought it was 69. Let's rank them. You want to do that? It's a great super chat, sir. Thank you, Brian. Here we go. We're going to rank them. Let's put Scream 6, 65, and Super Mario's in a blender. And our first draft pick is going to be, again, this is a have to watch the movie again. I am going to put Scream 6 at number 1. I would watch Scream 6 again because it's laughably absurd, and at least there's a couple of kills that were interesting. Okay, so that's number 1. It's not a good film, but it's still, I'd rather watch it before I watch this again. Then we're going to take 65 at number 2. Because 65 is a wonderful example of a studio taking a film from a director and recutting it, reshaping it, and slapping shit together and saying, here's your movie, get it out the door. We just want it out of here. Make it an hour and a half and then turn the lights off. So 2 is 65 and then 3 is Super Mario. You'd have to pay me a very, very high level super chat for me to sit through that again. Not even 50. It would have to be higher than that. For me to sit through Super Mario Brothers again, the super chat would have to be with a couple zeros on the end. I can't do it again. At 90 minutes, I can't do it again. There's nothing of value in this film that'll make you want to see it. These are John Wick 4. I'd rather watch John Wick 4 for a week straight than have to sit through Mario again. This is fun. Actually, I enjoy that. Yeah, Scream 6 has eye candy. Hell yeah, Sham. How about that Melissa Barrera? Wow. I mean, good God. She is smoking. Exactly, Johnny. She is, Melissa Barrera. She might not be Elizabeth Olsen. You guys, for those of you longtime MMTs, you know what I'm saying. But she's way up there. Melissa Barrera is just like, damn. So yeah, Scream 6 has great characters and makes sense for the indie film. Mega Swiper, don't defend the film. I was the nicest I've ever been to that film right now, but it won't happen again. It won't happen again. By the way, you have 2 minutes to get super chats in. 2 minutes and the stream is over. It's a 30-minute stream tonight. Then boom, we're yanking the cord. Serious question. We'll get best animated feature. It's so early. Mega YouTube. It's very early. Universal will put a serious FYC campaign on this, but it's not good. It is not good. Yes, Elizabeth Olsen equals one of the bingo squares on your MMT thing. I didn't like In the Heights, but yeah, exactly. Melissa Barrera. You kidding me? Thank you, Eric, for the greatest thumbnail. I really appreciate that. Gore was like, you got to make a thumbnail, but it's perfect because that was my face when the film ended. Go look at the thumbnail for the video. That's it. That's all you need to know about the film. We're going to wrap the stream. That's it. A half an hour tonight. It's tight. It's only about Mario. A few other questions. Thank you for the super chats. We're back here on Thursday to talk about the film box office wise. It opens Wednesday. It's got the long ramp this weekend, the 5-day opening. Let's hope it does well for theatrical. But, Brett, thank you for the super sticker. Really appreciate it. But the film is going to be in trouble when you see it and you come out of the theater and you have the same reaction I had here tonight. Not a good film. and it's going to be a huge disappointment for those people who saw it. But by the way, again, to remind everybody, this was what you just witnessed and watched was not a review. It was just a reaction, not a review. Very big distinction between those two things. Thank you for being here tonight. We're back on Thursday, box office, and we'll talk about other things in the marketplace. Again, if you haven't, subscribe, like, always a pleasure to be with you. I'd rather I had good news for you tonight, but we don't. I don't know how to say it. There's no other way to put it. It's not a good film, but it's not a review. Good night from Los Angeles. Erick Weber saying good night, and I am